Hey, so I am on the north side of the island of Florianópolis in Brazil, and we're about to go to a guacamole Mexicana. The food looked incredible, so we're going to come here. But I was talking to a bunch of founders. Dan, what are the mistakes that that you made when you were a founder that you would share with us, or even when you were just in the basement of Qualtrics? And so, just kind of give everybody a little bit of a frame of reference. I was employee number 15. We were in the basement of the founder's house. We're trying to figure out how to go sell survey software. We were on page 30 on Google, if you Googled online survey software, so we were not well known. Inbound leads were not coming anywhere. We had to figure out an outbound motion. And my own background, I'd been selling now at that point for quite a while because I started working young. I was actually 16, started working at a call center and doing B2C, a little bit of B2B, but mostly B2C projects. And so what I thought about is I was like, okay, I don't want to do what I did at that last company, which didn't work out really well, in that like the type of people that came in naturally through inbound recruiting were not the type of candidates that I was looking for, but it's kind of all we could get. Even recruiting friends that wanted to go work, there was only 16, there weren't a lot of people that wanted to work full time. And so anyway, so what I started doing is like, well, I'm going to go at Qualtrics now, I'm going to go and try to recruit my friends. Because my thought is if I go recruit a ton of friends, there's going to be trust there. They're like me already. And so like we already get along. This is going to go really, really well. And this may sound super obvious to those of you that are like, Dan, I've been there, done that. I understand what you're saying. Obviously, I'm not going to make that mistake. But there's details in it that become really complicated. And so I want to go talk about this. First off, if you go think and you internalize what I just said, I'm looking for people that are like me because it's going to be easier. False. When you go in and you recruit a whole bunch of your buddies to come together, what you've got is let's just assume everybody's high standard. You've got a whole bunch of people that have worked together forever. And more often than not, what I saw is that you had way more fun not talking about work, talking about life. And then what happens is even if you're dominating in work, you're such a tight-knit group that then when it comes time to recruit other people in, they feel like outsiders. And so one of the lessons that I would really impart on just as you're a sales manager and you're going out to hire, if you start seeing everybody looks, talks, acts the same as you, you've got a problem that's coming in the future. Other people aren't going to want to go work for you, even if you have a great company or a great product. So make sure that from the beginning, you're not looking for let's just call it, everybody's the same type of environment. The bigger it gets, the bigger the problem is. I ended up needing to proactively recruit people outside of the state of Utah later on to go in and make up for that, to infuse the talent pool with a wide variety of incredible people. And so that's something that we help clients all the time now is like making sure that they are recruiting the best in the world from all over the world to work for their team so they have the best and the brightest minds from the beginning. You're not going to get that if all you do is recruit your buddies. Second thing that goes into it is friends. You would hope are going to be your friends in all cases, but sometimes you get taken advantage of. And so I had an example where, this guy ended up calling me up later on and truly apologized. But because we were good friends, he was just like, well, like I'll come to work when I want to come to work. And Dan's not going to do anything about that. And it was really awkward because this is somebody I'd known at that time for a decade. We'd been friends for a long time. I recruited him into a business that I was excited about. We had just gotten out of the basement. We're in our first office. And then the guy just wouldn't show up to work. And he wasn't hitting his numbers. He wasn't succeeding. And he just kind of figured, well, Dan's my buddy. He's just going to get over it because I got other stuff going on. But there was no communication there. And it just assumed that advantage could be taken. And so when I go think just early hiring days, I looked for friends. Now, it also worked. Some of them were great. And those people, we worked together for 13 years, had a great exit, and it was amazing. But if I'd been open-minded and did a little bit of everything in how I recruited, I would have been far better off, and we would have had an even better team, and I wouldn't have had as much attrition that I had in that beginning phase. Hope that helps.